Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out!
Hello and welcome to the Commentary Hub's alternative audio coverage of the round of 32 match between England and DR Congo. Or to give it its full name, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And the game is taking place at the Atlanta Stadium in Georgia. Or as to give it its official name, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Kickoff is in about 9 minutes' time. It's coming up to 12 o'clock. It's coming up to 12 o'clock local time. Whoever wins this match will face Mexico in the round of 16. So before we go into any further details on both teams, let's take a look at the players for the game. Starting with England with Jordan Pickford in goal. Then in defence we have Nico O'Reilly, Mark Gay, Ezri Konsa and Jed Spence, Declan Rice and Elliot Anderson in midfield. The three forwards, Marcus Rashford, Jude Bellingham and Noddy Madueke, with Harry Kane, the lone striker. So a 4-2-3. So a 4-2-3-1 formation for England. As for DR Congo, they go with Mpasi in goal, and the remaining players are Arthur Masuaku, Axel Tuanzebe, Chancel Mbemba, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. The defenders are Arthur Masuaku, Axel Tuanzebe, Chancel Mbemba and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. In midfield, Noah Sadiki, Samuel Mutusami and Ngayael Mukau. And the three forwards are Brian Sipenga, Yohan Visa and Nathaniel Mbuku. So now let's go through a couple of background info. So now let's take a look at the background. This is the first ever senior international meeting between these two nations. And historically in the World Cup, England has never lost a World Cup match to an African nation. They've won 5 and drawn 4. However, African sides have historically been the Achilles heel and weakness for Thomas Tuchel's side. Half of the 4 games England has failed to win during his tenure have come under African opposition, including the group stage match against Ghana, which finished 0-0. However, England did top Group L, unbeaten with 7 points. They won 4-2 against Croatia. Were drew 0-0 against Ghana, and as I mentioned just now, but they rebounded with a 2-0 win over Panama after a first half stalemate. The players now making their way to the centre of the pitch, and they'll be gathering around the circle, as has been customary throughout the World Cup, as they gather for the national anthems, substitute players included. Now let's take a look at. Now here's some information about DR Congo. under the head coach Sebastien Desabre, the team known as the Leopards achieved a historic milestone by progressing past the group stage for the first time. And one of their most amazing performances was a one-all draw against one of the tournament favourites in Portugal, and they came back to win 3-1 against Uzbekistan after they went down 1-0 in the first half. So the players now going through the national anthem. Some players to watch. The DR Congo. And we started with England. Harry Kane, as ever. Record in the game. Surpassed Gary Lineker's record in the game against Panama and has scored 11 goals. And he already has 3 in this tournament. And he will be looking to create spaces for Jude Bellingham. Those two work well together. And Newcastle United's Yohan Wissa is the player to look out for DR Congo. He has scored 75% of his team's goals in the group stage. That's 3 out of 4. And he's averaged a goal every 90 minutes. His pace on counter-attacks will represent the single greatest threat to a disorganised England backline, and England will be looking to display tactical patience. They do have depth, deep set prowess, and elite individual quality, which will be hoping to wear down the African side. However, DR Congo will try to mimic Ghana's frustrating defensive display. And England are playing a country that is a third the size. That is about 2/3 the size of Western Europe. Something I read about earlier today. And before I move any further, just to remind you that for those who haven't already subscribed, please do so. It helps the channel grow. We really do appreciate it. It helps the channel grow a lot. So now we turn our attention to our match officials for the game. Adham Mohammed of Jordan is our referee, and his assistants are also from Jordan, Mohammed Akalaf and Ahmad Aurol. The fourth official is Khalid Alturias from Saudi Arabia. The reserve assistant referee, also from Saudi Arabia, is Mohammed Al-Bakri. On VAR is Khamis Al-Mari of Qatar, and his assistants are Mohammed Kadim of the United Arab Emirates and Joe Dickerson from the USA. So now let's have a look at some of the key players besides Yohan Wissa. Also players to watch out for include defender Chancellor Mbemba, and because he marshalled an incredibly disciplined defensive low block that frustrated Portugal and kept Colombia at bay for the majority of their narrow 1-0 defeat. Also players to look out for include West Ham's Aaron Wan-Bissaka and forwards Fiston Mayele and goalkeeper Lionel Mpasi. Fiston Mayele may come on as a substitute, but most certainly the most recognisable names for English listeners are Yohan Wissa, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and Burnley's Axel Tuanzebe. Yohan Wissa, by the way, plays for Newcastle United. So just taking a shot at the VAR room. Like all matches, the like all matches, as in all matches, the VAR. All matches in the VAR room are being looked over in Dallas. So England with the 4-2-3-1 formation, and also expect to see the likes of Anderson and Rashford up there as well. Noni Madueke could spring a surprise or two as he replaces Bukayo Saka, who is on the bench. So captain, and just found out that Chancellor Mbemba is the captain, and it's a 4-3-3 formation for them. Sebastian Desabre has been with them since 2022, and he is very experienced. And he's very experienced in Africa. And he's very experienced in African football. So the players now getting ready to take their positions. Bit more on Desabre. He has tactical flexibility and controlled risk, and he has also brought in elite defensive drills and solidity, media warfare, and psychological shielding. Exploiting dual nationality recruitment, because most of the players in the squad actually ply their trade in Europe, and he also fosters mental fortitude and unity. As I mentioned, experience in African football. He's managed clubs in Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, the Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Angola, and Angola. He's also had stints in the UAE and France. So it will be England to kick us off as the countdown begins to the start, and away we go then for the first half between England and the DRC and Democratic Republic of the Congo, and it looked like Mbemba had the ball briefly for the Leopards. Early throw in taken. Now the ball being passed towards Rice. Rice to Madueke. Madueke now down towards Rice. England playing from left to right. England playing from right to left. DR Congo playing from left to right, and for Declan Rice, he was just caught out at the last moment by Axel Tuanzebe. Already a minute in, and England. And it looks as though England had a goal denied. So the ball now being played forward by DR Congo. Good interception, nice interception there from Nico O'Reilly on the near side. The ball now being given to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka passing to Nathaniel Mbuku. Mbuku to Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe to Masuaku. Masuaku. Vissa back towards Masuaku. Masuaku, the ball now making its way down the wing to Chancellor Mbemba. Mbemba! That's a good cross forward to to Brian Sipenga, I believe that was, but the offside flag goes up, and I have to correct myself, it was Johan Vissaka. It was Johan Visser, I should say. Offside given. Now the ball being played forward by England to Marcus Rashford on the near side. Rashford very close to the corner. He passes to Kane. But DRC steal through Mukau. Mukau to Mbemba. Mbemba to Tuanzebe. Wan-Bissaka. Madueke tries to take the ball, but DR Congo managed to hold on. And the ball being forced over the line for a throw. 2.5 minutes have already got in, and both sides keen to score as early as possible. The ball is being passed to Mpazi in goal. but it's given away. It's given away to England and O'Reilly. O'Reilly towards Rashford, but the referee blows it. But the referee blows his whistle. Was there hand contact? I do not know. But we resume, and on the ball is Mbuku. Mbuku passing to Mbemba to Anzebe, and that's the pass back to Mpasi. For DR Congo to get to this stage is a story in itself. They've only played at the World Cup once, and that was back in 1974 under their country's previous name of Zaire. They lost all 3 group stage matches and went out. But this is a new era for them and for African football. Kane crossing the ball up the wing to Noni Madueke. Madueke dancing around the edge of the penalty area. Tries to go around Masuaku. He back passes to Elliot Anderson. Anderson, O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Declan Rice. Rice passing quickly to Rashford. Rashford in towards the goal area and almost caught by Mpasi. But the ball was nowhere near its intended target. That was poor, I would say, from Marcus Rashford. Mpasi passes the ball out of the goal towards Mbemba. Mbemba back to Mpasi. Mpasi towards Masuaku. Aaron to Van Bissaka. And Bissaka to Twanzebe. Twanzebe with the ball. Passing to Mpasi. But one of the players pushed down by Noni Madueke. The referee says play on though. Advantage England. Gay. Rice. And now the referee stops play for a moment, but the play does go on. The ball now being passed to Ezri Konsa. Konsa gives the ball away to DR Congo. Mbemba to Wan Bissaka. Now on the ball for DR Congo. DR Congo still have the ball. It's Mutusami. Mutusami to Mbuku. Mbuku. Mutusami. Back towards Mbuku. And actually forced out was on the ball was Ngalael Mukau. We're back in play though. It's still England 0, DR Congo 0. And you're listening to the commentary hub with me, Nicholas Jones. So, Yohan Wissa. Wissa to Masuaku. DR Congo still looking to try and play the ball forward. But England are very quick in defence. It's Chancellor Mbemba. Mbemba trying to cross to, and DR Congo with the shot, and Sipenga has scored. Quite the incredible shot for DR Congo. Are England at risk of being caught out so early on? People have been saying as of late, never underestimate African football. And those people were proven right. Sipenga received the ball at the top of the box at the last moment. There was seemingly nothing that Jed Spence could do, and DR Congo lead by a goal to 0. And Brian Sipenga does a celebratory somersault. And that was just after 8.5 minutes. England have got to respond and respond quickly, but the goal kick, but the DR Congo goalkeeper Mpasi got tangled up with one of his teammates. That might have been Arthur Masuaku. Indeed, it was. And two teammates colliding with each other. That is not what anyone wants to see. And the referee comes over to have a look. They were just trying to defend from Kane when crunch, and down they went. Even Harry Kane looked bemused at what was happening, and Masuaku holding his right arm. That was I think just a knock and minor bruising, as the players take advantage to have a quick drink. There may have been shouts of offside, but Sipenga was definitely onside. So just on the edge. So he made his way when he caught the ball on the edge. He didn't care to stop and realize and recognize who was there. He just pounced, and Sebastian Desambre's side lead by 1-0, and the England fans are shocked. Well, the Three Lions are going to have to get over that shock, and soon, because once a team scores 1 goal, there is a chance they could go for more. 10 minutes in, it's still England 0, DR Congo 1. Ball is now passed to Chancellor Mbemba. Mutusami to Sadiki. Up the wing to Twanzebe, but it's out for an England throw, and it will be Jed Spence that will take the throw for England. Jed Spence recently sustained injury, but was included in Thomas Tuchel's starting 11. He throws to Elliot Anderson. Anderson passes to Madueke, but Madueke was caught out. By DR Congo. Former Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger is in the stands, and he nowadays is on the FIFA's board. Is on FIFA's board of directors. Gay to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham passing to Ezri Konsa. Konsa passes back towards Gay. Gay to Rice, although Rice has to be careful of Mbuku. He did well to get round him. Spence towards Nico O'Reilly. Back towards Konsa. Anderson passing to Mark Gay. Gay to Nico O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Marcus Rashford. Gay back towards O'Reilly. O'Reilly sends the ball into the centre circle with Anderson. Anderson, this time with Konsa. Konsa, Bellingham. Bellingham passes up the wing to Spence. That was Madueke, and Spence almost took it, but the ball was diverted by Axel Twanzebe for a throw. And to make the throw will be Jed Spence. Spence to Konsa. Konsa, Mark Gay inside the centre circle. Mark Gay passing to Konsa. Konsa, Spence. Spence back towards Konsa. Konsa, Madueke. And it's Madueke trying to go around the defence. He has to watch out for Sadiki. Does well to keep hold of the ball though. Passing to Jude Bellingham, I should say. Bellingham, Gay towards O'Reilly. And now it's with Marcus Rashford. The ball is a few metres outside the penalty area. He passes back towards Gay. Gay to Konsa. Up the wing to Noni Madueke. Madueke making his way, trying to make his way inside the penalty area. He's crossed down towards O'Reilly. O'Reilly passes to Bellingham. Now it's with Rashford. Rashford, Rice. But sent away by Samuel Mutusami. And this time it will be a corner to England. England, I feel, have been a bit raffled. But the ball has now been crossed into the 18-yard box from the corner. The ball stays in. But it does little to affect the result. Thomas Tuchel chewing nervously, and the England fans, normally in fine voice, they're strangely quiet. So now on the ball is Mbemba to Mbuku given away though to Anderson. It's Elias Anderson for England. He's over the halfway line. Pass is to Noni Madueke. It's Madueke to Gay. Gay to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham in towards the penalty area. Does the ball stay in? No, it doesn't. And that will be a goal kick to DR Congo, who still lead by goals to nil after 15 minutes. Mpasi clears the ball out of the goal, headed by Ezri Konsa, and he passes it towards Jordan Pickford. Pickford to Gay. Anderson up the wing to Konsa towards Jed Spence. Madueke on the far side, well over the centre circle. He passes back to Spence, but headed clear by Samuel Mutusami. Anderson, Gay crossing up the wing to Jed Spence. Very close, England very close to their attacking third. It's Bellingham towards Noni Madueke. Madueke keeps the ball just inside by passing to Konsa and then Bellingham. Back down towards Anderson. Rice on the lower side. Rice towards Nico O'Reilly. Rashford. And now Marcus Rashford crossing. Almost headed in by Jude Bellingham. But superb reaction by Lionel Mpasi. And that was a foul on Brian Sipenga. But we'll just have a look momentarily. Bellingham was closing in, but Mpasi was like, "Oh no, you don't!" And that was a well-timed punch. And that was what happened to Brian Sipenga. Didn't see who fouled him. So free kick given to DR Congo. The ball now being cleared forward towards Sipenga, but intercepted by England and Rice. Kane to Anderson. Anderson was aiming for Noni Madueke, but missed. And it's a DR Congo throw for Arthur Masuaku. Masuaku to Twanzebe. Mpasi to Chancel Mbemba. Mbemba to Mpasi. Now passing to Mutusami. Samuel Mutusami over the halfway line, passes to one of his teammates. That was Noah Sadiki. Sadiki to Sipenga. Sipenga passing to Visser, but well-timed, but good defending by England. Spence almost has Sipenga all over him, but keeps the ball in. Sipenga shouts that it went out, but the referee isn't interested. Spence towards Pickford, and now being sent towards Elliot Anderson. DR Congo retake through Noah Sadiki, but England now have it back through Bellingham. Bellingham to Anderson, but retaken by DR Congo, and Bellingham has fouled Nathaniel Mbuku. And the referee comes over to see, and it's a yellow card for Jude Bellingham. And this is going to be contested by England, but my view, I would say that it was a foul. He did touch the ball, but a foul is a foul. As if England didn't have enough problems, and that was a foul on Johan Visser, and that was between Konsa and Mark Gay. So just over 19 and a half minutes have been played. It's still England 0, DR Congo 1. Now being passed to Anderson by Konsa. Nice back with Pickford. Pickford taking his time with the ball. Remember, there is a limit. Remember, there is a time limit, and if a player exceeds the time limit by time wasting, then the ball is given to the other team. Throw in to DR Congo. The ball thrown to Twanzebe. Chancellor Mbemba to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka tries to hold on. Fouled by Rashford, but DR Congo somehow managed to hold on, and the referee has blown his whistle, likely because of the foul by Rashford. And Rashford sandwiched Wan-Bissaka's legs, and I am surprised he hasn't been booked, or maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. So now on the ball is Sipenga. Sipenga gives the ball away though to England, and after the ball is Rashford, but he's too far away. And England must be stopped, and England will, I'm sure, be grateful for the upcoming hydration break. And the referee has blown the whistle, and we will have we are likely to have the hydration break in a few minutes. And as for possession, it's very much even Stevens. England have 44% possession, Democratic Republic of the Congo 45. So on the ball is Noni Madueke. It's Madueke passing to Spence. Konsa. Mark Gay down the wing to Rashford, who misses. And that will be a DR Congo free kick. Throw in, I should say, but that'll have to wait because we are now on the hydration break. So the hydration break is I would say just what England need. And And whilst we go into hydration break, we have time to mention our next game, to be covered, I should say, which will be Australia against Egypt on Friday evening in the UK at 7 o'clock at the Dallas Stadium, or the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It'll be 1 o'clock local time, and Dan Money will be providing the commentary. I may also be involved in a presenting capacity. I might just be doing behind the scenes producing work. Who knows? But hopefully I can do both. And this was the goal from Brian. This was the goal from Brian Sipenga, and it was just a low shot, and not even Jordan Pickford could get a hand to it. And the England fans are now the England fans have been relatively silent for the past 25 minutes. We have many more games to come, both on the TCHub and throughout the World Cup in general. We will be mentioning those at half time. So the hydration break's still going on. Sebastian Desabre praising his players, and meanwhile Thomas Tuchel and his team have to think up something very fresh, so as to get themselves back into the game. So the England fans, like many of our England listeners, may sulk for a while, but this game is still far from over. Don't forget, as this is a knockout game, if the scores are level after 90 minutes, we go to extra time, and if it's not resolved after 120 minutes, we go to penalties. The hydration break is over, and it'll be Aaron Wan-Bissaka to take the throw for DR Congo. He throws to Mutusami, but the ball's given away to England and O'Reilly. Gay to Esri Konsa, and now it's Konsa. Forward cross to Noni Madueke. Madueke brought down just inside the 18-yard box. No penalty, says the referee. Play on. The ball now being passed to Brian Sipenga. Sipenga dancing around Jed Spence. They somehow managed to keep the ball. And it's Arthur Masuaku to Mutusami. Mutusami passing to Chancel Imbet to passing back to Masuaku. Masuaku to Johan Visser. Visser. The ball goes over the line, and that will be another throw-in. Madueke. That's it. The referee was, as for the foul on Madueke, the referee was right not to award the penalty. He wasn't far in enough. So it's Jed Spence over the halfway line. Still manages to keep hold of the ball. He almost loses it, and is fouled from behind. And what is the referee going to think of the actions of Noah Sadiki? It's Sadiki who went down. It's Sadiki who fouled him, but Sportingly goes over to see what's up, and the referee gives him a yellow card, which I would have to agree with. That was a stamp on the foot, and that might have been a pincer movement from him as well. And he is understandably upset. Free kick given to England, though. And it will be Declan Rice to take the free kick from a long way back. And it doesn't go in. For a moment I was thinking it would. But we'll just have to try and work out what went wrong. It came off the feet of O'Reilly. In fact, it was off the knee of Konsa. And as a result, the score still remains England 0, DR Congo 1. The ball being passed back towards Madweke. Madweke loses it to Axel Twanzebe. Twanzebe sends the ball away and it's given back to England. Rice to Madweke. Madweke back towards Anderson. Anderson, Rice, Anderson again. Anderson now making his way down the wing. He passes to Ezri Konsa. Konsa to Declan Rice. Now back towards Konsa. Konsa. Jed Spence. Jed Spence now closing in on the 18-yard box. He back passes to Declan Rice. Declan Rice towards Bellingham. Punched away by Lionel Mpasi. That is the closest England have come to an equaliser. Back on the ball for England is Declan Rice. Anderson to Noni Madweke. Madweke to Jed Spence. Spence. Now it's with Konsa. Konsa to Marcus Rashford or Bellingham. Bellingham down the wing to Declan Rice. Rice. Rashford. Rashford around the edge of the 18-yard box. He passes to Nico O'Reilly. Now it's with Harry Kane. Kane passing back down to Rashford. Although he has to be kept, although he did well to avoid Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Rashford. Anderson. Anderson crossing up to Rashford. Wan-Bissaka missed. But Rashford stumbled a bit, and as a result, the ball goes over the line. This was what happened with Jude Bellingham a moment ago, and DR Congo must thank their lucky stars. They have Lionel Mpasi. Pickford clearing the ball out of the goal. But an England player was brought down. It was Kane. Kane back up on his feet. And now on the ball is Samuel Mutasami. It's Mutasami for DR Congo. He passes to Brian Chipenga. Chipenga to Arthur Masuaku. Masuaku to Mbemba. Mbemba down the wing to Mbuku. Mbuku on the near side. Is looking to try and go around O'Reilly and Konsa. Keeps hold of the ball. Passes to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka to the number 6, Mukau. It's Ngalael Mukau to Mbemba. Mbemba crossing up the wing to Brian Sipenga. Sipenga into the 18-yard box. Tries to look for a second. Was aiming for Johan Vista, but England were able to keep the ball out this time. Noah Siddiqui passing to Arthur Masuaku. Masuaku to Sipenga. Sipenga! But it's well over the crossbar this time. And this is what happened. This is what happened earlier. He was aiming for Johan Vista, and there might have been interruption from England, and Kane just ran into Mbemba. That's how I see it. But what do you think? Jude Bellingham to Noni Madweke, passing to Elias Anderson. It's Anderson down the wing to Marcus Rashford, but intercepted brilliantly by Wan-Bissaka. Throw into England. It's Rice. Rice to Anderson. Anderson to Nico O'Reilly. O'Reilly, Rashford. Rashford to the England captain, Kane. O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Bellingham and Mark Gay. Gay up the wing to Ezri Konsa. Konsa to Noni Madueke. Madueke crossing down into the 18-yard box, headed by Axel Twanzebe. But down on the ground has gone Nathaniel Mbuku. But the referee decides that it's not worthy of a foul, and so play will go on. Back on the ball is Nkasi. Nkasi to Axel Twanzebe. Twanzebe, but it's over the line for a DR Congo throw. Don't forget, whoever wins this game will face Mexico in the round of 16, and the game will be played at the Estadio Azteca. Another throw-in to England, which will be taken by Jed Spence. Spence holds the ball high over his head. He throws, and the ball goes to Ezri Konsa. It looked like it was going to be picked up by Johan Visser. Pickford to Mark Gay. Gay, Rashford, and Rashford crossing up towards Kane. Kane inside the 18-yard box. Fouled by Twanzebe. The ball is still in play, though. It's Noni Madueke. Madueke looks for Nico O'Reilly. Rashford! Kneed away by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. But England aren't done yet. It's Spence to O'Reilly. O'Reilly, Jude Bellingham, and now it's back with Mark Gay. Gay, Rashford. Rashford to Declan Rice. Declan Rice up the wing through the centre circle to Ezri Konsa. Konsa, Noni Madueke. It's Madueke, Spence, but clipped up into the air and punched away by the goalkeeper. But the ball is still in play with Noni Madueke, and England once again very close to levelling. It's Rice to Jed Spence. Spence, Bellingham, retaken by Twanzebe. Bellingham tries to take the ball back, but the ball bounces over the halfway line towards Ezri Konsa. Konsa with the ball through the centre circle. He passes to Nico O'Reilly. O'Reilly, Rashford. Now the ball being passed back to O'Reilly. O'Reilly does well to get through. O'Reilly does well to get through Mukau, but play has been stopped. Mukau has been fouled. And it was actually Twanzebe, I should say. Rashford almost had it, but good knee reaction by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So with just under 8.5 minutes left, it's still England 0, DR Congo 1. Noni Madueke with the ball, foul from behind by Mutusami. And Noni Madueke clutching his leg. I could see sweat on his hands. England might have had the majority of the match momentum, but it has done nothing. But that has done nothing to change the score. Line. DR Congo have just been resilient. Ball now being crossed down to Nathaniel Mbuku. Mbuku to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but offside flag goes against Visser. Play goes on. It's with Marcus Rashford. Rashford under pressure from Mukau. But Mukau with the slide tackle sends the ball. But Mukau with the slide tackle sends the ball the wrong way. And the referee seemingly going over to have a word with Mukau. He just caught Rashford unawares. He puts his hands up, saying, "I didn't do anything wrong." But he is lucky to get away with a yellow card. He's lucky to get away with just a caution. Free kick given to England. They missed the free kick from their last one. Can they be more successful this time? Each of the England fans hoping and praying that it will be enough this time. The ball being crossed into the area by Rice, but sent away, and the referee has brought play to a halt yet again. He's blowing his whistle a lot, and this time he's made sure he's heard. So it's Bellingham crossing up the wing to Noni Madueke. It's Madueke inside the 18-yard box, but the ball is nicked by Sipenga. Sipenga passing, does a neat forward pass to Johan Visser. It's Visser, and he crosses down to Mbuku, but nice use of the head by O'Reilly. Ball has been given back to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka to Mbuku. Mbuku towards Visser. Headed up by Anderson. Rashford. Good catch by Muchisami. Muchisami to Mbuku, but sent away by Nico O'Reilly. We now have almost 5 minutes to go until the end of the first half, although we are expecting, and the ball actually might have come off O'Reilly's hand. We'll have to check, and it's going to go to VAR for a possible. No, in fact, it won't. It's just a corner to DR Congo, and ball being headed by Mutusami. Mutusami to Sipenga. Sipenga, and we now enter the 40th minute, where it's still England 0, DR Congo 1. Axel Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe to Mbemba. Mbemba. Now it's with Mbuku. Mbuku concedes to Rashford. Rashford to Declan Rice. Rice to Jordan Pickford. Pickford almost passes to Jude Bellingham. In fact, he has. Bellingham towards Kane, but he brings down Arthur Masuaku in the process. We're back in play with Konsa. Konsa to Madueke. Madueke, now it's with Jed Spence. Spence inside the 18-yard box, but deflected away by Axel Tuanzebe. That was good. That was good use of the right foot by Tuanzebe, and Marcus Rashford. That image must still be playing in his mind of him missing an equaliser. Visser, the ball crossing down to Mbuku. Mbuku, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and Visser almost makes it 2 for the Leopards. That was just so close. Had he sent that goal in, that could easily have put DR Congo out of reach. Pickford might have got a hand to it, but it just hit the post. But Johan Visser, like everyone else, will dust himself down and regroup. Bellingham, nice forward pass to Kane. Kane brought down inside the 18-yard box. Is this a penalty? I'm not sure. The referee is waving his arm. Harry Kane can't believe it. Denied a penalty. Thomas Tuchel on the touchline arguing with the fourth official. Absolute uproar at the Atlanta Stadium. For me, it's hard to tell whether it's a penalty. Kane was, I would say, just caught out. He did touch the ball. I don't think Mpasi went for him deliberately. Will this have to go to VAR? It might well do. And still, everyone is still arguing, including Arthur Masuaku. The referee blows the whistle, and it is going to go to VAR for a penalty check. The check is over. The check is over. No penalty. And this will not please England fans in the slightest. And I must say, despite all the arguing, that was dealt with within only a couple of minutes. So full praise to the refereeing team for their quick efficiency. O'Reilly to Mark Gay. Gay up the wing to Konsa. Konsa to Jed Spence. Spence back down the wing to Konsa, Bellingham, Rashford towards Declan Rice this time. Rice keeps hold of the ball. He passes to Rashford. The ball cleared away by DR Congo. It ends up at the feet of Ezri Konsa though. We are ticking down through the last 8 or so seconds of normal time. It's Noni Madueke for England. Gives the ball away to Mukau. We're now into the 45th. We're now into the 45th minute. The ball goes out of play. 6 minutes have been added on, and for me, I would have to say it's 50-50. Most of the majority of the England supporters, or indeed all of them, will shout penalty all day long, but I'm not going to change my answer. For me, I'm still 50-50. Pickford to Ezri Konsa. It's Konsa to Noni Madueke. Madueke to Spence. Anderson through the centre circle. Passing to Declan Rice. Now it's with Nico O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Rashford. Now back with O'Reilly. The ball is sent away though. But it's given a throw to England. O'Reilly throws to Declan Rice. Declan Rice passes to Konsa. Konsa up the wing to Madueke. Madueke crossing down towards Bellingham. Punched away but saved by the keeper. Now it's with Rashford. Rashford in towards the 18-yard box and saved by Lionel Mpasi. England just keep getting caught out again and again by Lionel Mpasi. He was listed as one of the players to watch coming into this, and the predictions were right. Now on the ball was momentarily Brian Sipenga, but the ball has been retaken by England. We're now just over 2 minutes. Now just over 2 minutes in to added on. Now just over 2 minutes into added on time. The ball punched away by Mpasi. Mpasi to Marcus Rashford. It's Rashford. Passing to O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Rice. Rice, Bellingham. Ball nicked by DR Congo. Sadiki. Sadiki to Mukau. Mukau. Visser. Visser to Brian. Sipanga. Sipanga does want to hold on, but retaken, and that was a lovely bicycle kick by Konsa. Konsa to Rice. Rice up the wing to Kane through the centre circle. And now the ball has been caught by Noni Madueke. Madueke to Kane. Almost given away, but almost forced away by Mutisami. England still have the ball through Madueke. Madueke in towards the 18-yard box, but retaken by Mukau. And it's Mukau to Sadiki. Sadiki to Masuaku, and it's over the line for a DR Congo throw. Or is it a free kick? It's a free kick to DR Congo. Visser to Aaron Watt to Mukau. And so it's Mukau to Mpasi. Mpasi to Chancel Mbemba. Mbemba towards Mbuku. Mbuku to Sadiki. To Noah Sadiki. Sadiki. Sipanga. Sipanga. Cut out, I should say, by Jed Spence, but offside. Flag has gone up, and that will be against Sipanga. And the free kick so close, almost headed by Jude Bellingham. What do England have to do to get themselves? What do England have to do to get themselves back into this game? If the scores remain as they are by half-time, Thomas Tuchel will have a lengthy half-time team talk with them. And lengthy is only putting it mildly. It's Bellingham up the wing to Madueke. And Madueke crossing down towards Rashford. But a nice header by Wan-Bissaka. Forced over the line, though, by Nathaniel Mbuku. Chance of a corner for England. Jude Bellingham geeing up the England supporters, and the England fans now starting to show some voice. They've still got faith and confidence in their team. We are going to go slightly over time because of this corner. Rice to take in towards the penalty area. Kane almost strikes in, but well saved by Chancel Mbemba. And 51 minutes have elapsed. Down on the ground has gone Lionel Mpasi. It might be just a knock, and that's it. The referee has called for half time, and DR Congo have done brilliantly to catch out England, and England will have to. And as I said earlier, England will have to regroup and have a long discussion with each other as to what they're going to do in the second half. Half-time score at the Atlanta Stadium: England 0, Democratic Republic DR Congo 1. We're going to go for a break, but we'll be right back. welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of England against DR Congo at the Atlanta Stadium in the World Cup round of 32 match. Just a couple of comments going in while we've been off air. Our regular contributor, one of our regular colleagues, JB Stottard, has been at it again with one of his legendary rants, saying the referee is an out-and-out cheat and that England should have had a clear 100% penalty, and he's claiming that the referee isn't good enough. Russ Vernon agrees, saying it should have been a penalty as well, either for the foul by Mpasi or Tuanzebe on Kane, and JB goes on to say that he's questioning FIFA's decision to appoint a referee from Jordan who isn't up to refereeing this type of high-tempo match, and again saying he has not been good enough. Anyway, moving on. Later on tonight at 9 o'clock UK time, it's Belgium against Senegal, and whoever wins that will meet either the USA or Bosnia and Herzegovina. They play tomorrow morning. They play tomorrow at 1 o'clock UK time in the morning, and Spain will play at 8 o'clock tomorrow night against Austria. And on the Friday, coming up on the Friday in the last 32 at midnight on Friday, it's Portugal against Croatia, followed by Switzerland against Algeria at 4 in the morning. Then the game that we are covering on Friday at 7 o'clock UK time, Australia against Egypt at the Dallas Stadium with Dan Money on commentary duty. I'm hoping to be presenting as well. Before the last round of 32 is finished, rounded off, I should say, by Argentina against Cape Verde at 11 o'clock in the evening, and the final group stage match, the final last 32 match is at 2 o'clock in the morning on the 4th of July, Independence Day, between Colombia and Ghana. So we're back on the air. So we're back on for the start of the second half, and Russ is asking thoughts on the penalty for you. As I mentioned in commentary, I'm 50-50 on that one. Either it was accidental, either it was deliberate. There was definitely feet on hand. There was definitely hands on feet. I didn't notice Tuanzebe's push in the back, but if it was, it was fairly minor. I'm still going to sit on the fence on that one, and nothing anyone says can change that. So let's move. So anyway, that was then. This is now, and we get ready to restart proceedings. And one fact I should mention before we restart is that England haven't won a match that they conceded the first goal since the 1966 World Cup final against West Germany. And for England fans, that is a sobering fact. So before we get underway with proceedings, if you haven't already subscribed and given us a like, then please do. And also remember to click the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our upcoming commentaries. We are on other social media platforms, but I will mention those during the next hydration break. It'll be DR Congo to restart the game as we count down towards the second half. 3 seconds to go. Who will it be that emerges victorious? England or DR Congo? And the referee blows his whistle, and we're off for the second half. to O'Reilly. O'Reilly crossing forward to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham concedes to DR Congo. And on the ball is Tuanzebe. Or should that be Masuaku? And Parsi passes to Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe crossing forward to Brian Sipenga. Sipenga to Noah Sadiki. Sadiki to Arthur Masuaku. Defended by England. On the ball now is Kane. A foul from behind by Samuel Mutsusami. Free kick, though, given to England. It's Pickford to Konsa. Now Jed Spence. Spence on the near side. Passes back to Konsa. Konsa to Mark Gay. Mark Gay. Mark Gay crossing the ball down the wing to Noni Madueke. Forced over the line, and it will be a throw-in to Jed Spence by England, taken by Jed Spence. Spence to Konsa. Konsa, Mark Gay, out of the centre circle. Declan Rice. Rice to Noni Madueke. Madueke, Gay. Back towards Konsa. Konsa down the wing to Noni Madueke. Madueke aims to cross to Bellingham. But defended by DR Congo. Back on the ball is Arthur Masuaku. Masuaku, but nicked by Anderson. Anderson towards Jude Bellingham, but forced away by Axel Tuanzebe. That was good. That was good control. That was good defending by Tuanzebe. Anderson thought he'd had it. Anderson sent Bellingham, but Tuanzebe got there before he did. And what's happened to Noni Madueke? He's hobbling a bit. Must have picked up a knock. England players and the supporters will be hoping he is okay. It's Rice. Defended well, but from Wan-Bissaka, almost taken by Nathaniel Mbuku, but the ball has been given to Nico O'Reilly. O'Reilly at the wing to Marcus Rashford. Rashford back towards O'Reilly. O'Reilly almost held off Ngalayo Mukau. But England have been gifted a corner. They missed from one or two of their early ones. Harry Kane as the captain, getting his troops into their correct and designated positions. And Nico O'Reilly having a quick chat with the referee. He might have shouted something at somebody. Probably just a caution for dissent. And let's take the corner. Is Rice. Rice into the 18-yard box and headed over the line and then over the bar, I should say, by Arthur Masuaku. Masuaku sensed where Jude Bellingham was, and good use of the head from the DR Congo number 26. It'll be Rice to take the corner again for England. Of course, there is a rule now that the ball has to be in a designated position in the corner. So Rice takes the corner, and everybody misses. Down on the ground went Mpasi, and so too did Chancel Mbemba. The referee speaking to both captains and making his opinion very clear. And Kane did push Mbemba down to the ground. Mbemba remonstrating, but England have yet another corner, surprisingly. Rice to take the corner, and the ball has been given away, though, to Brian Sipenga. Now it's back with Rice. Rice to Noni Madueke. Madueke to Jed Spence, but he's caught out by Johan Visser. Play on, says the referee. And down on the ground goes an England player. It's Mark Gay, although Johan Visser we did see go down. Play still goes on. It's Marcus Rashford inside the 18-yard box. He goes for it, but it's just hit the side netting. So close for Marcus Rashford. And this is what happened with Spence and Johan Visser. They just got tangled up with each other. And Marcus Rashford struck the side of the net. He should have moved a few inches more to the right, and that would have been the second goal, and that would have been the equaliser for England. Arthur Masuaku for DR Congo. Sent out by England, that was by Rashford. And we're now taking another look on our monitor. It just bounced off. It just bounced off the side netting. He might have been impeded by a DR Congo defender. So the ball now cleared out of goal by Parsi. And Parsi to Mark Gay. Gay to Declan Rice. Declan Rice crossing the ball up the wing to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham, we've lost the picture on our monitor momentarily. Can't seem to see what's going on. England are still in possession. We've got the picture back, thank goodness. Mark Gay to Ezri Konsa. Konsa down the wing to Noni Madueke. Madueke, but the ball goes over the line. And I can reassure you that the momentary loss of the picture had nothing to do with us. It was the feed that we were receiving. So 53 minutes have almost elapsed. It's still England 0, DR Congo 1. And England are just being frustrated and thwarted. The ball rolls towards Jordan Pickford. Pickford to Ezri Konsa. Konsa down the wing to Jed Spence. Jed Spence passing to Noni Madueke. Madueke aiming for Kane. Kane, Rashford, but it's well over the crossbar. And Rashford appears to have done his leg in. What do England have to do to equalise against DR Congo? And he was fouled by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. If you've just joined us, that's how it's been for England, as Brian Sipenga got the early goal in on 7 minutes. And what I've just seen is a recent attempt by Jude Bellingham, palmed away by Lionel Mpasi. Ball is out of play, and the throw will be taken by Mbuku. In fact, it's going to be Mbemba. Mbemba to Wan-Bissaka. Now on the ball briefly was Mukau. Whatever England discussed at half time, either we get to see or it's not worked so far. Jed Spence on the near side, on the right side. Ezri Konsa to Mark Gay, who's just made his way out of the centre circle. It's now with Jude Bellingham. Bellingham back to Gay. Gay crossing down the wing to Noni Madueke. Madueke still keeping hold of the ball. He passes to Jed Spence. Spence to Anderson. Now back with Madueke. Madueke. Spence. Spence almost fouled by Brian Sipengo, but Sipengo stole the ball and was given to Arthur Masuaku. Masuaku gets caught up in a tangle with Jed Spence. Arsene Wenger right behind the FIFA president Gianni Infantino. Musasami to Noah Sadiki. Sadiki passed to I couldn't see who it was, but the throw-in has been given to England. Esri Konsa. Konsa to Mark Gay. Mark Gay up the wing to Harry Kane. Now back towards Gay. Gay. Anderson inside the centre circle. He passes to Spence. Down the wing to Noni Madueke. Madueke back towards Spence. Anderson. Anderson passes to Konsa. Up the wing to Mark Gay. Gay to Rashford. Rashford, O'Reilly, back towards Gay. Gay to Esri Konsa. Now back up with Mark Gay. Gay to Declan Rice. Declan Rice passing to Rashford, back towards Rice. Rice, Bellingham. Bellingham keeps hold of the ball. Down the wing to Jed Spence. Spence to Noni Madueke. Madueke, but the ball cleared out of the way. But the ball cleared out of the way by Axel Tuanzebe. Rashford back in control with the ball, but it's a long way wide. It's sailed past the goal. England still appreciating his efforts. Now on the ball is Johan Visser. Visser to Sadiki. Ball now thrown by Noni Madueke. Madueke, Anderson to Declan Rice. It's Rice to Anderson. Now back with Rice. Rice up the wing to O'Reilly. O'Reilly towards Rashford. Rashford, Gay, Anderson. Anderson. Good pass down the wing to Noni Madueke. Madueke trying to get around Masuaku. He passes to Spence. Brian Sipenga is all over him. Spence manages to hold on. Anderson, but concedes to Brian Sipenga. Sipenga over the halfway line. Sipenga to Mutusami. And down on the ground goes Noah Sadiki. The referee says play on. Anderson towards Kane. But nobody gets to the ball on the offensive. And Noah Sadiki gets back up on his feet. Anderson, I'd say, was a bit rough. Nothing worthy of a card, but possibly a caution. Mutusami to Tuanzebe. Brian Sipenga. Sipenga was aiming for Johan Visser. England hold on, but he manages to keep the ball. He passes to Arthur Masuaku, headed by Sadiki. Sadiki to Mutusami. Mutusami to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Bissaka back to Mutusami, and missed by Sipenga. Tumbles and falls. He must have stumbled on a bit of grass and just got caught out. That was a foul on Anderson, and an England substitution is about to be made. as Marcus Rashford comes off, and taking his place will be Barcelona signing Anthony Gordon. And also coming off is Noni Madueke, and taking his place will be Bukayo Saka. Anderson to Declan Rice. So it's Konsa up the wing to O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Anthony Gordon. Now back with O'Reilly. O'Reilly sent up into the air by Muchisami, and that was almost an attack by England, but good defending from DR Congo. On the far side for DR Congo was Chancel Mbemba. And Thomas Tuchel getting very animated on the touchline and bellowing instructions. He may need to shout a bit louder if England are to level. Muchisami for DR Congo. He passes to Brian Sipenga. Back pass, has to back pass to Wan-Bissaka. Now it's with Muchisami, Sipenga, Noah Sadiki, back towards Sipenga, but defended by Elias Anderson, I should say. Arthur Masuaku up the wing to Mbemba now towards Nathaniel Mbuku, but that was a miss. Came off the chest of Nico O'Reilly. Corner to DR Congo. They might yet be able to double their lead with this corner. The ball is being passed to that was Mbuku, but it just went over the crossbar. Very unlucky from Nathaniel Mbuku. Although the ball may well have been headed into the air by Anderson. Just a quick flick and away it went. So yet another corner. So yet another corner to DR Congo. And it will be Brian Sipenga that will take the corner. The England fans now starting to feel tense. Sipenga into the 18-yard box. But the ball has been caught by Saka. Saka gives it away to Mbemba. Mbemba brought down by Saka. Mbemba claiming he was fouled. But the referee isn't interested. Another substitution is about to be made, and this time it's for DR Congo, as Nathaniel Mbuku comes off and taking his place. And taking his place will be number 13, Elia. So that was the substitution, and good include so a good play by him. And now on the ball is Anderson to Konsa and O'Reilly. Anderson. Now it's back with O'Reilly. Back towards Konsa. And to give him his full name, it's Meshek Elia. Elia after the ball, brought down, almost fouled by O'Reilly. O'Reilly retakes the ball, but Elia claims he was fouled. Ball now given back to Bukayo Saka. Saka passing to Elliot Anderson. Anthony to Jude Bellingham, I should say. Up the wing towards Anthony Gordon. It's Anthony Gordon trying to go around Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Headed away though. Head tennis by Mbemba. And the ball's been given back to O'Reilly. O'Reilly, Gordon heads towards O'Reilly. Now back with Anderson. It's Anderson to O'Reilly. Rice back with Anderson. Anderson passing to Jed Spence. Spence, Saka. Saka trying to cross up the wing, but DR Congo holding their line well. Now it's back with Jed Spence. Spence and St. Clair by DR Congo. It's now Sipenga, but down on the ground has gone Johan Visser. And the referee clearly not pleased about something. And that was a foul, and that was for the foul on Johan Visser. That was Konsa who was involved, and Johan Visser claiming that he should be booked, but he isn't. And so play still goes on. 66.5 minutes have elapsed. It's still England 0, DR Congo 1. You're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones. And if you haven't already, please remember to like and subscribe to this channel. As on the ball is Mark Gay. Gay passing to Konsa. Konsa to Jed Spence, now back with Konsa. Konsa enters the centre circle, passing to Declan Rice, but the ball sent out of the way by Saka. And we now go into the hydration break, the second hydration break of the match. England didn't take advantage of the hydration break in the first half. Could they do so again? But could the tables turn for them this time around? Remember, people have been critical of the hydration break as it has slowed down teams' momentums, but that has not been the case so far for DR Congo. As the captain Mbemba makes his way over to his players as they have a chat with the management. I have to say that DR Congo have been able to defend their goal line really, really well, and they have completely turned. And like many other teams, they have completely turned the World Cup on its head. They are saying just like Cape Verde will hopefully do in their game against Argentina. It doesn't matter which country you are from. You can take on anybody. And that's the message that should be going across. And of course, everyone who watched the World Cup in 2022 will remember what Morocco did on their way to the semi-finals. They knocked out Brazil, Portugal, and Spain. They knocked out Portugal and Spain. Just got time to mention our game coming up on Friday, and that is Australia against Egypt. Should be an evenly matched game between those two. Both of these teams haven't got as far as the second round in World Cup history. So this should be a game for us all to enjoy. Dan Money will be on commentary for this one on the TCHub, remember. And the hydration break is over as Jed Spence comes off the pitch, takes off his protective gear and comes to sit down, and taking his place is Eberishi Eze. So Eberishi Eze onto the pitch. Thrown by DR Congo. And the ball was almost had by Bukayo Saka, but sent clear by Noah Sadiki. So it's another throw to DR Congo. Masuaku gives the ball away to Ezri Konsa. Konsa to Mark Gay. Mark Gay back to Konsa. Just under 20 minutes to go. Just under 20 minutes to go until 90 minutes. It's Declan Rice passing to Ezri Konsa. Konsa passes back to Rice. England have had 4 attempts on target, 10 attempts at goal. DRC, 5 attempts at goal, 1 on target, which turned out to be the goal. It's Kane inside the 18-yard box. Kane keeps hold of the ball but can't advance through. He passes to Bukayo Saka. Saka towards Gordon. Forced away by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Wan-Bissaka did really well to deflect the ball. And that will give England a corner. I'd say it's too early to tell whether England have benefited from the hydration break. Jude Bellingham looks pensive. So to take the corner will again be Declan Rice. The ball goes into the penalty area, headed by Konsa towards Bukayo Saka. Now the ball's been caught by Eberishi Eze. Eze pulled to the ground by Brian Sipenga. And now it's going to be a free kick to England. Sipenga might have shot his mouth off a bit, and to take the free kick will be Declan Rice. So it's Rice into the goal area. An England player has been brought down. The referee's saying play on. It's Anderson to Gordon. Gordon to Jude Bellingham, but the ball has been crossed too wide. England potentially running out of chance. England could well be starting to run out of chances. As Masuaku argues with the 4th official, we have another substitute coming on for DR Congo, and the substitute has been wasted because has been wasting time, so he has to stay on the touchline. DR Congo failed to obey the referee's countdown. So back on the ball is Nico O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Anthony Gordon. It's Gordon to Mark Gay, I should say. Konsa inside the centre circle. He passes down the wing to Bukayo Saka. Saka to Eze. Eze. Rice crossing up the wing to Anthony Gordon, still inside the box, headed by Kane! And England have equalised! Harry Kane has put England back in business! The heat has been turned up to 11 right now. And Harry Kane, with one of his trademark goal attacks, has evened the score for England. This could go down towards the end. And if England win, they will break the jinx of break the 60-year jinx of not having won a game from which they conceded first. So it was a well-timed header and a definite miss by Lionel Mpasi. Thomas Tuchel is delighted, and so too are the England fans, and no doubt those who are supporting England listening in to this programme. And finally, two DR Congo substitutes can be made. Sipenga and Mukau come off, and they will be replaced by Teo Bagonda and Edo Kayembe. So DR Congo get things restarted. On the ball is Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe gives the ball away to Anthony. Gives the ball away to Gordon. Gordon to O'Reilly. O'Reilly, Mark Gay. So it's Mark Gay for England. Passes to O'Reilly. O'Reilly, Jude Bellingham. Bellingham, Gordon. Now back with Mark Gay. Gay to Konsa. Konsa back towards Gay. Anderson signalling for the ball to be passed to him. Another ball being passed back to Ezri Konsa. Konsa crossing the ball up the field to Anthony Gordon, but deflected by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Gordon still has the ball though, but retaken by DR Congo. Another ball being crossed down the wing towards. Another ball being crossed down the wing towards Elia, but or is it Elia? I think we'll go with Elia. So throw in to be taken by DR Congo. Arthur Masuaku with the throw. He throws to Axel Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe with the ball. Tuanzebe passing to Noah Sadiki. Sadiki, Mutasami to Lionel Mpasi. Mpasi to Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe back to Nico O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Mark Gay. Gay to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham down the wing to Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka on the edge of the box towards Anthony Gordon. Cleared by Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka back towards Gordon. Still keeps hold of the ball. He passes to Kane. Kane towards Anderson. Anderson hits the top of the net. But there are still some 11 and a half minutes to go. It still remains England 1, DR Congo 1. And just well over the crossbar. I thought it hit the top of the net, but it might have just created a ripple effect. Now on the ball is Kayembe. It's Kayembe to Elia. Elia nicked by Rice. Rice to Konsa. It says Konsa on the ball. Passes to Arthur Masuaku. Masuaku gives the ball away. Passes to Elia, but sent over the line by Bukayo Saka. And that will be another throw-in to DR Congo. It's Noah Sadiki with the throw-in. Now on the ball is Kayembe. Kayembe on the ball. The ball was actually crossed to Wan-Bissaka. It was almost given to Mbemba. Now on the ball for England on the far side is Gordon. Gordon pressing on towards the goal area, but he's pushed away. But he's pushed out of the way by Chancel Mbemba. Now the ball being crossed down to Ezri Konsa inside the centre circle. Konsa appeared to get in the way of Elia, but the ball's now with Rice and Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka passes back to Declan Rice. Ended up into the air by the DR Congo captain Mbemba. Almost caught by Gordon, but Gordon takes the throw. He throws to Mark Gay. Mark Gay back towards Gordon. Gordon, Anderson. Anderson to Jude Bellingham. It's Bellingham. Bellingham inside the 18-yard box. Nice with Nico O'Reilly. He should have struck it. He should have struck it in my view. Elliot Anderson passing to Anthony Gordon. Gordon, but sent clear again by Mbemba. And forget what I was saying about this could potentially go right to the end. It could potentially go to extra time. Mark Gay up the wing to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon passes back to Elliot Anderson. And an England player went down. That was Gordon. Play still goes on. It's Rice to Saka. Saka passing to Noni Madueke. Noni Everishi Eze, I should say. Eze to Bukayo Saka. Saka towards O'Reilly. Cleared away, but hoofed into the air, I should say, by Mbemba, and it was and caught really well by Kayembe. So England have had more. So England dominate in terms of match momentum, but they just need to keep piling on that momentum if they are to get ahead of DR Congo. Tusameni. Motusami, I should say. Motusami to Mbemba. Mbemba to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Wan-Bissaka passes to Kayembe. Kayembe back to Kayembe to Motusami. Motusami to Mbemba. And Mbemba crossing down the wing to Meshak Elia. Elia trying to go around Declan Rice. Elia keeps hold of the ball. He passes to Arthur Masuaku. Masuaku, Mbemba. Mbemba gives the ball away to Declan Rice. Rice keeps hold. He passes to Anderson. Anderson down the wing to Saka. Saka still managing to keep the ball on the near side. He threads his way through He threads his way through Masuaku. Has to pass back to Anderson. Anderson to Mark Gay. Gay towards Gordon. Gordon down the wing to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham back towards Anderson. Anderson, Gay, Gordon. Now it's back. Now it's with Jude Bellingham. Bellingham just on the corner edge of the 18-yard box, but given away, but halted by DR Congo. Elliot Anderson sprinting his way up the pitch. He passes to Harry Kane. He knew that Kane was there, but he lost out to Arthur Masuaku. Bukayo Saka trying to get the ball back, but the ball has been conceded to Elliot Anderson. Anthony Gordon sends the ball up into the air and caught by Mpasi. Corner should have waited until the ball was at his feet. And quite a few of the dignitaries looking on, including one John Terry. So the ball headed up into the air by Ezri Konsa. Now on the ball is Elia to Wan-Bissaka. Now on the ball is Noah Sadiki. Sadiki passing to that was passing to Eli. He was aiming for Johan Visser. He goes for a goal himself, but saved by Pickford. And with 5 minutes to go, it's still England 1, DR Congo 1. With Rice to Elliot Anderson. Anderson keeps hold of the ball. He's over the centre circle on the halfway line. Does well to pass to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham inside the 18-yard box. Saved by Mpasi. Now it's with Anthony Gordon. Gordon towards Harry Kane. Kane keeps it inside. England have taken the lead through Harry Kane. From going down earlier on in the first half to rising back up, Harry Kane has made it 2 for England with just 4 minutes to go. With just some 4 minutes to go. DR Congo caught napping, but they have put up a brave and valiant fight. Harry Kane congratulated by Eberechi Eze and 1 or 2 of the substitutes. Jude Bellingham almost had it, but Gordon took advantage of the rebound. He passed to Kane, and Kane saw the gap and straight into the top centre of the net. And that was a remarkable finish. And England now lead DR Congo by 2 goals to 1. And the England fans celebrating amongst the lone DR Congo supporter. But there is a sea of blue in other places. Jordan Pickford is happy about this as well. John Terry knows what it's like to score for your country. And now with time starting to run down, I've got to think really fast and decide who my player of the match is. I can see a couple of DR Congo players waiting to come on, and it's Pickford Jordan Pickford saves the ball from a supposed DR Congo attack. It's Mark Gay back towards Pickford. Pickford sends the ball out to the goal area, headed by Anthony Gordon, but the ball has been given away to Samuel Mutasami. Mutasami passes to Edo Kayembe. Kayembe concedes to Gay. O'Reilly. Eze. It's Eberechi Eze for England. Does well to go around. Mutasami. The ball's been trying to be played up front towards Bellingham. And the England fans, whilst they're overjoyed, they must be exhausted and tired. And the 4th official adjusting the ball hit as the 2 substitutes are being made. Visser and Masuaku come off, and taking their place will be Jolo Kayembe and Aaron Shibola. Or is it Bukambu? I didn't quite get that last player's name. So we're now into the penultimate minutes of normal time. It's Gordon to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham towards Gordon. Back towards Gordon, I should say. Now back to Bellingham. Kane. Now back with Bellingham. It's Anthony Gordon. Gordon to Bellingham. Bellingham passing back towards Gordon. Just under 30 seconds of normal time left. It's Harry Kane. Kane strikes, but he's well over the crossbar, just blazed it over. now the ball is being passed around to Chancel Mbemba. He passes down the wing, and 6 minutes have been added on. And the player on the ball, incidentally, was Axel Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe up the wing to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. 6 minutes have been added on, and so to take the ball, and so to take the free kick. Throw in, I should say, for DR Congo will be, free kick, yes, and to take the free kick will be Meshak Elia, as getting ready to come on is John Stones, as Declan Rice makes way for him, and John Stones. He has made, and this is John Stones' 91st cap for England, and to take the free kick for DR Congo, but England defend. It's now back with it, but now it's back with Elia to Mbemba. Mbemba on the ball. Mbemba on the ball now. He sends the ball into the penalty area, and it's hit the crossbar. 4.5 minutes to go. It's still England 2, DR Congo 1. And just taking a look at it, and I'll just take a look again at that goal from Harry Kane. The ball speed 94 kilometers an hour. That is rapid. On the ball now is Elia. On the ball was Kayembe towards Elia, but England managed to retake it back, and Yoris Kayembe has gone down. Is there going to be a penalty? Is there going to be a penalty to come out of this? We wait with bated breath if there is indeed going to be a VAR decision. And Yoris Kayembe looks like he's been hurt. Loris Kayembe looks like he's been hurt in a pretty bad way. And I have to check out the other substitutes. It was Fiston Mayele who came on. So apologies for getting my substitutes wrong. As Jordan Pickford sends the ball out of goal, but down has gone Elliot Anderson. Down has gone Harry Kane. Kane feeling his knee. That looked very painful. That looked very nasty and painful indeed. And the player who fouled him was Mbemba. And Harry Kane. The strike by Kane, looking at it from the referee's point of view, that was just incredible. Wherever you look at it, just under 3 minutes to go. Harry Kane still able to play and carry on. It's Anderson. Anderson on the ball. Does well to try and hold off Sadiki. Sadiki tries to keep hold of the ball, but the ball has been forced over the line, and that will be a DR Congo throw. Yoris Kayembe throws. Yoris Kayembe throws towards Mayele. Now the ball is back with England. DR Congo have to equalise, and soon. They've only got 2 minutes in which to do it. And as it's Sadiki passing. Sadiki passes to I couldn't see who. Now on the ball is being crossed to Mbemba. Mbemba to Konsa. Down on the ground, and Saka, I should say, has fouled Noah Sadiki. I would say he is momentarily winded, but he should be all right. Just a quick hobble of him, and the referee counting down the throw, and Ezri Konsa takes it before time runs out. Anderson tries to cross towards Bellingham. but halted by Mbemba. Now on the ball is Edo Kayembe. Kayembe to Johan Visser. Johan Visser still able to carry on playing. We're now into the penultimate minutes, and I've got to decide who my player of the match will be. And I can now reveal that because of those 2 goals he scored, it's England's number 9 and captain, Harry Kane. So Harry Kane is our player. So Harry Kane is our player of the match, as sponsored by Football Live. But this game may not yet be over. It's a free kick to DR Congo. And the referee marks the defensive wall, and it will be Johan Visser of Newcastle United to take the free kick for DR Congo. Elias Anderson lying behind his teammates as part of the defensive wall. Anthony Gordon trying to get into the correct position. The referee waiting until he's fully satisfied. We are going to go slightly over time. The referee blows the whistle. Johan Visser waits. Bit of spray going on, and the referee was just trying to mark out another position. The referee blows his whistle. Johan Visser waits for his moment. He runs up, kicks the ball, and it's over the crossbar. That has surely got to be DR Congo's last chance throughout this game. This did have the potential to go in, and the England fans celebrate in relief. And that was almost certainly the last action of the game, and the referee has called time on what has been a very close game. England thought they'd had it when they went down in the 7th minute against DR Congo, but they came back. They never gave up, and for the first time in their history, for the first time in 60 years, they have won a match from which they conceded first. Thomas Tuchel will have to ensure that they are well prepared for their match against Mexico. DR Congo did show that they weren't to be underestimated, and you can bet that judging by Mexico's performances, they will prove to be the same. What indeed, you might say that Brian Sipenga's goal for DR Congo so early on will have sent alarm bells ringing in the England camp, but it's the final result that counts. They are through to the round of 16, in which they will face Mexico at the Estadio Azteca. Full time at the Atlanta Stadium. England 2, DR Congo 1. And before we go, just got time to mention our upcoming match, and our next match for the TCHub, and that is Australia against Egypt at the Dallas Stadium in Arlington, Texas, or known as the AT&T Stadium, and it will kick off on Friday the 3rd of July, 7 o'clock UK time, 1 o'clock in the afternoon local time, and Dan Money will be your match commentator. And Dan Money will be your match commentator. I'm hoping to present alongside him. And so that wraps it up for us. So just got time to remind you to like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so. And you can also follow us on X or Twitter at Commentary Live 1, and we're also on Instagram and TikTok with the handle at Commentary Hub 92. So please subscribe. So please subscribe and follow those accounts. So please subscribe and follow those accounts if you can. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell everyone you know, as we continue to grow this channel to new audiences across the world. England had a scare early on, which almost sent them home, but they stay in the competition and are through to the round of 16 against Mexico. DR Congo did prove, as I said earlier on, no matter where you come from, you can still mix it with the best of them. I've been Nicholas Jones. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and if you're an England fan, go ahead and celebrate however which way you want. And we will see you next time. On Friday for Australia against Egypt. So from all of us, including myself, Nicholas Jones, and everyone else on the TC Hub, good night and goodbye.